Hi there, I am Alex Orlino. I'm the program director of Prague International Indie Film Festival. In this moment, you're watching our Peak of the Week number 2. We are very happy to have here with us Nicole Romine, writer and director of this fantastic project and this nice short movie called Mistress of Tears. We're going to know everything about it.
Well, I always like to say that dance is my first language. And I believe it is for all of us. It's really the first thing that we do before we learn to put words together. And dance for me was the place where I felt most at home.
Making the camera part of the dance and a dancer express for a camera that's totally different of being on a stage.
So I think part of my approach to this, because really for me, both the camera and the dancer have to be choreographed. I have to keep in mind the audience's perspective. What are you looking at as the audience? What is it that you need to see in order to be a part of her world? So talking a little bit about that opening shot, where we begin, so that immediately you are looking at point shoes. So it's really all, for me, choreography, all of it. Even the lighting is, everything dances for me, which kind of goes full circle back to the fact that I always say, movement is my first language. I love the process. I just love the process. I do find, I will be honest, I find it really hard to watch the monitor and not the dancer. That's really hard for me. I want to watch the dancer, and I have to keep reminding myself, no.
Watch the monitor.
So that's a challenge. Uh-huh.
Nicole needs to tell Anissa, you have to dance now, not on a stage. You have to dance with a camera and for the camera. How did you do that?
Right. Well, we started in the studio, of course, right? So first the choreography and putting the whole piece together. So it was creating the movement, creating the story flow, all of these things. And even as I'm doing the movement with her and choreographing the dance, I'm also thinking about what's going to need to happen here with the camera. And of course, as you know, with filmmaking, you break things up into smaller pieces. Equipment has to be moved, lighting has to be reset, all of these.
Audio.
Yes, right. There are moments of extreme, agonizing moments. And to help her come into that by talking to her, or in some cases, for me, there's a hilarious picture where I'm on the set with her and I'm doing the movement for her, to help her feel what she needs to feel. The beauty of working with dancers, I feel, I love them with all my heart, is that because they've grown up in a culture that is you are so disciplined and you're always striving for this unattainable perfection, really. There's this unbelievable commitment to your art form. You're willing to suffer for it. You're willing to, I always say it's blood, sweat, and tears. If you want to dance, that's just this. Nobody goes into it because they think they're going to get rich and famous. You do because it's a calling. Really, to be a dancer is a calling. And so more often than not, they come to the work with these unbelievably open hearts. They will give you everything they have. Is to create a work that allows people the opportunity to start exploring that within themselves. To walk away with a sense of the wonder of what it means to be alive. What does this mean to be alive? And what if I remove all these stories that I've told myself over and over again? If I remove the cultural boundaries that I feel, what can I not be? What is there are no boundaries on this thing of human potentiality, you know, except the ones that we place on ourselves. So that's really sort of what Moon, you know, and it brings together all the art forms that I love so much. And my hope is that it becomes really an experience rather than just the audience observing something occurring on stage.
Nicole
Thank
Romine,
you so much.
thank you. Thank you so much. I'm sure we could talk here for so much longer, but I would like to thank you very much for your time, for your experience, for your initiative of creating this piece of art, Mistress of Tears, for sharing it with us, for subscribing for PIIF, and I hope I'll see you there.